Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego live, coming to you live on the your YouTube channel here in the Panhandle of Florida, near Pensacola, north of Navarre Beach. And Sheena is already in the house. Hi, Sheena. How are you? Sheena from Maryland, and your fiance is in Dubai, if I remember. And we're glad to have you along for this chat about K-1 visa processing and how can I help you and what I can do to help you. This is my second rodeo. I've been through this K-1 visa process before, and I've been approved over and over and over. And our NOA1 letter, Karina is my prometida. She lives in Bogota, Colombia, and she's from Caracas, Venezuela. Like I said, I'm here in Florida, and it's hot today. Now, my NOA1 letter for my K-1 visa is April 18th, 2022, and our NOA2 letter should be here very soon, and that will be dated May 30th, 2023. Now, I don't count days, guys. I don't count days between NOA1 and NOA2. I just wait for my NOA2 letter to get here. Should be out here soon in the mailbox, but it's 407 days for those folks who are interested. Amanda Rose B. Hi, Diego. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Amanda, fantastic weekend. You also. And Markeisha Smith. Hey, Diego. Good to see you. Hey, Markeisha. Thanks for dropping by. Now, what kind of questions have you got for me today on K-1 visa processing? Now, remember this, okay? When your K-1 visa package gets mailed to the NVC, which is the National Visa Center in New Hampshire, it's going to take at least 90 days, okay? So when you get your NOA2 letter, it's going to take at least 90 days for your for your package to get sent to the National Visa Center. So don't be calling NVC after 30 days. What's the status on my visa? Don't do it. They'll just tell you it's back at the USCIS. Iandra Viana. Hello, everyone. Iandra. Hello, Iandra. Where are you watching us from, Iandra? Archu M. Hello, Mr. Diego. Hi, Archer. Now, I know you're in Algeria. Beautiful, beautiful Algeria. Iandra Viana. Diego, do you know how many cases are left for April? It's for 2022. Yes, less than 250. There's still a few cases left out there for March, and there's a few for November 2021, a few for December, a few for January, February, and there's about 250 right in there for April. And there's about 1,500 for May. And still waiting for them to start processing June's, but not yet. No June approvals yet, Diana. So, no, I'm checking. Abdalatif Daxanati. Hey, Mr. Diego. Hi there, my friend. And Archor M. Do we need only one shot of COVID? One shot for a foreign national. If you are a foreign national wants to enter the United States, you just got to have one shot of COVID. That's all. Not the COVID, but the vaccination. Now, remember, I'm not an immigration attorney. I don't work for USCIS. I don't give legal advice or medical advice. I just pass along information that I have learned over the years of successful K-1 visa processing. And I've been, so far, 100%. Let's see. Amanda Rose B. Diego, what should we do if our NOA2 expires before we get our NVC case number? Your NOA2 letter doesn't expire. Disregard that. I made a video, Amanda, about the expiration date of the NOA2 letter. It doesn't expire. Disregard it. You are currently in process for a K-1 visa. Immigration know that it takes time to process a K-1 visa. They can't do it in 4 months, so it does disregard the expiration date, okay? Just disregard that. Trust me. Kaiser, let me see. Make sure I answered Amanda Rose B. DS-160, you fill that out when you get your ready status from the embassy. You'll be fine, Amanda. Relax. You got this. Kaiser H. Hello, Diego. I'm from Minnesota, the North Star State. I remember. Congratulations to you and Karina on your approval, which was on May 30th, 2023. I'm very happy for both of you. Well, thank you, Kaiser H. And we're happy for everybody in YouTube land that are getting their approvals also. And you guys that haven't yet got your approval, be patient, relax. You're going to get it. You'll get your approval. Just wait. Rakib Islam, how are you? Rakib, I'm doing great. How is your family? Sheena Anderson, hi Diego and Karina. My fiance has his driver's license from Nigeria. Okay, that's great. I've got a driver's license from England. I got a driver's license from United States, Florida. I got a driver's license from Italy. They're fun to get. I think the hardest one for me was the English one. Will he need to go to driving school when he comes to Maryland? Well, that's up to you, Sheena. If you trust him to drive, he doesn't have to. No, he just has to go take his test. Takes his driver's license test, gets his Maryland driver's license. He's good to go. Okay, but I would get him oriented with American roads. He's going to probably have to take an exam on American road signs. Okay, he needs to know all the American road signs, know what they mean. But he's intelligent. He'll get it. So he doesn't have to go to driver school. No. But he's going to have to take a driver test. He's going to have to take a driving exam. Johnny Brielle, congratulations to you and Karina. So happy for you. Johnny Brielle, thank you so much. Best wishes to you and your family. Amanda Rose, okay, that's great. We were looking online at that NOA2 earlier and got to wondering. Glad to hear. We won't. No, don't worry, Amanda. You're fine. Rakib Islam, my NOA1 date, 23 May 2022. So when have possibility to get NOA2? Well, let's say probably June, this month or next month at the latest, Rakib. I can't give us your May 23rd, so probably the first week of July. Cinderella Cindy, hello, sir. Hi, Cinderella. How are you, Cinderella Cindy? Brandon Vance, let me see. Assalamu alaikum. My brother Diego. Well, thank you, Brandon. Diego, how are you and Karina doing? Congratulations on your approval. And it made my day here in the news. Well, Brandon Vance, thank you for the kind wishes. And we are in the same boat as you guys, waiting for our NOA2 letter to come in the mail now. We're waiting for it to get in the mailbox because I need that letter to make a copy of it so I can get a copy to Karina in Colombia. Let's see. S. Juarez, still waiting, Diego, for NOA2. I'm really worried about it. Do you think it's because there are children involved? I mean, 15 months waiting. You've been waiting for 15 months. The immigration is staying. The max out time is 16.5. So they got a little bit more investigating to do on your visa, but you'll get it if you qualified. If you haven't made any mistakes in processing the paperwork, you'll get your visa. Okay, it's got nothing to do with how many kids or anything like that. It's just that every visa is different. Okay, it just takes time to process. So relax. Don't worry. Don't be stressing this. Okay, you'll get it. Just taking a little bit longer. That's all. Rainy Zone. Hello, Diego. Thank you so much for all your videos and encouragement. Diego, my NOA2 was 6 weeks ago, and I inquired at the MVC, and they still don't have my case. That's correct. You inquired too early. I called USCIS, and the lady said it's going to take 3 months. Rainy Zone. Excuse me. Rainy Zone. It's going to take 3 months, 100 days, 90 days. Even longer. It could take 110 days. They're busy. Just relax. Right now, I'm doing like this. I'm relaxing. I'm waiting. I probably won't hear from the National Visa Center until September of this year, 2023. So nothing I can do about it. So what do? I'm going to relax. I'm going to make videos for you guys. I'm going to help you guys. So don't call about don't be calling MVC. Don't call USCIS. Wait for 3 months, and then boom, there it is. There's your welcome letter, and then you're going to relax again, right? You remember when you were waiting for your NOA2 letter, waiting and wait. You got your NOA2 letter, right? Now you got to wait again for the MVC. You'll get it. Sheena Anderson, great, good to know. Thank you, no problem. Rainy Zone, up to 90 days for them just to mail it to the MVC. No. Everybody's visa gets taken from this shelf and put on this shelf. when they have a whole bunch of visas, they're going to put them in a crate and ship them to the National Visa Center. They don't do it one at a time. Do you know how expensive that would be to mail visas daily and one at a time? It would be totally not efficient to do that. So they put them all in a big shipping crate and ship, hundreds at a time. So it's cost efficient. Rupert Cahoa. Hi, Diego. Can you do a video on Mumbai? Already did. I've already made a video about Mumbai, my friend. You just got to look for it in the videos. I've made over 500 videos, so it's out there. Just page down, look down, look. There it is. India, beautiful India. Tresor Sala. They asked me evidence of financial support. Evidence of financial support. What are they asking for, Tresor? They want to see Western Union receipts. Did you send your beneficiary Western Union dollars every month? What do they want to see? Evidence of financial support. They want to see did you give her money every month? I've got Western Union receipts back here, like this. Every month I send Karina some money, and I make a copy of the Western Union receipt, put it in a pile, just in case they ask me. They want Tresor Sala. They want to see subsequent trips to see your beneficiary. What did I tell you guys? You got to make at least 2 trips to see your beneficiary. Even though immigration says you only have to make 1 trip to qualify for the visa, they want to see more than 1 trip. And if they could, you could get an immigration officer that says, "Well, I want to see another trip." Okay, I've been to see Karina. I've lost count. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times to Colombia. Okay, and I'm going to go back again soon as I get this NOA2 letter. Then I'm going to plan for the MVC processing. Then I'm going to go back and stay with her until we get this visa wrapped up. But yeah, you got to go see your beneficiary at least twice at a minimum. My opinion, just because of past history from immigration. Let's see. Cinderella Cindy, sir, is affidavit of single status required for the interview? Depends on which country. Excuse me. Which country are you in? Some countries require it. Brazil. If you're in Brazil, you have to sign a letter of singleness, single status, in front of the consular officer at the U.S. consulate in Rio de Janeiro. That's Brazil. Okay, so my recommendation is get it one, and bring it to the interview with you. And if they ask for it, you got it. And if they don't ask for it, don't worry about it. Don't give it to them. They don't ask for it, don't give it to them. But get it. Just bring it. Karina's going to get one. She's going to get a letter of singleness. Her friend, she got 2 friends from Venezuela going to be signing affidavits, and she'll bring it to the interview. If they ask her for it, there it is. If they don't, she'll put it back in her. She'll got it in her bag. Let me see. Abdelatif. Mr. Diego, I'm a beneficiary waiting for U.S. Embassy and Consulate of Morocco. Okay, Morocco, beautiful Morocco. You're waiting for them to contact you when they receive my petition from MVC. But it's taken about 3 months now. Yeah, that's right. I tried to contact them, but no one picked up. No, they won't. They're not going to pick up. Just got to wait out the process, my friend. You get it. Daggy. Hi, Diego. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, Daggy. Kaiser H. Diego, do you know when will the next edition of USCIS Form I-134 be available? This current one expires July 31st, 2023. Well, I would have to hazard a guess. It will be available in August. Check in August. August 1st would be when to check. Okay? I bet they got it already printed up, ready to go. Vanessa Robles. Hi, Diego. I'm in the same boat as you. Just got my NOA2 on June 2nd, 2023. Congratulations, Vanessa. And you're right now waiting for your letter, right? You're waiting for the letter to come to your house from the post office. Daggy. Do you think asking congressman will help get an MVC case number? I saw comments stating the inquiry was made for asking the congressman help. The petitioner got the case number. Well, it depends on how long have you been waiting. If you've been waiting for 3 months and you still haven't heard anything from MVC, You could probably get your congressional representative to help you, sure, but you got to wait the time out first. Rainy zone. Do you think the MVC timeframes are accurate? No, they're not accurate. It says they are currently working on cases from May 12th, 2023. Is this just an estimate? Yes, it's an estimate. That's just because mine, along with others, has approvals before this. Yeah, it's just an estimate, Rainy Zone. Don't look at the immigrant USCIS stuff, okay? Don't look at it. Watch the channel. Watch Diego. Watch this channel, and you'll get the information that you need, okay? This is where you're going to get the information you need for your visa. Let me see. Tres or Sala met 3 times in 2 years, 21, 22, 23, and again in Dubai. Fantastic, then you'll be fine. If immigration sent you an RFE asking for this information, send it to them and wait for your visa approval, okay? You'll be fine, no worries. Nick Palomo, hello Diego from Nick and Ruby in Mexico. Hola Nick in Mexico, ¿cómo estás? ¿Tú bien? Tu día bien, me alegra. Does Mexico require that singleness certificate? No, it's fairly easy to get. It's not required, but get it. If you can get it, like Karina can get hers. Is it required? No. Is she going to get it? Yeah. Because you just never know what question you're going to get from the immigration officer. You never know. Get it. Get it. If it's easy to get it. Bring it to the embassy. And if they ask for it, there it is. If they don't, then you're good. this is my philosophy on my experience with immigration, and I haven't failed you guys yet. Bring more than is required, submit more than is required, and wait for your approval. That's the philosophy, right? When you submit your K-1 visa package, include your police certificate, include lots and lots and lots and lots of photos, and dated, and who's in the picture, and where was the picture taken. Include letters of singleness, get letters from friends, affidavits. Include everything that you possibly can think of. Like I included Karina's college transcripts Karina went to university in Venezuela. I got her college transcripts and I got them converted into American equivalency. Then I got them translated into English. It shows she's highly educated, university graduate, and I included that in the K-1 visa package. Is it required? No. Does it help? Sure. Immigration went, Karina's very intelligent. She'll be just fine in America. Let's see. Joe, let me see. Hold on. Cinderella Cindy. Sir, I am from India, okay, and still trying to figure out how and where to get affidavit of single status if required. Okay, Cinderella Cindy, if you can't get one, okay, you could have one of your friends sign an affidavit, write a letter. One of your friends could write a letter saying that you are single, that you are legally free and able to get married, okay? Have her sign it, get it notarized, attach a copy of her Indian ID card behind it. Don't staple it, just put it behind it and bring it to the visa interview. That's easy, right? Have her write a letter, sign it, you're single, you're free to marry, legally free and able, and that's it. Let's see, Joe Italia. Hello, Diego. When you think I should get my NOA2 letter? My NOA1 is April 18th, 2022. And it will take 3 months after that for my fiance to be ready for the interview. No, once you get your NOA2 letter, it takes 3 months for the Immigration USCIS Service Center to mail your package to the National Visa Center. That's another 3-month wait. So for myself, I have to wait probably till September. In September, National Visa Center contacts me and says, Diego, we're going to start getting ready to prepare your visa for transit to Colombia. Okay. That could take another month. So it gets to Colombia. So now we're in October. It gets to Bogota, Colombia. Colombia notifies me your status is ready to prepare for a visa interview. Okay. So I got to go online and try to schedule a visa. Not try. I will schedule a visa interview. And it could take 2 months. So now we're talking November, December. So I will probably be getting married to my beautiful Karina, more than likely in January of 2024. And then we're going to go on our honeymoon. And we're going to go to California, and then we're going to travel to Nevada. We're going to explore a little bit of the West Coast. Let's see. First night. Hi, Diego. My NOA 1 receipt date was March 22nd. I'm still waiting on my NOA 2. Yeah, they're just wrapping up the rest of March. They got a few left. First night. Not much longer. You'll probably hear in the next week. Daggy, do you have any idea which lines my fiance should be lined up to talk to the immigration officer at the airport in case he flies by himself? Any line. Well, if he's flying by himself, he's going to enter the green card holder line or the foreign national line. If he's traveling by himself, he goes into the green card holder line, and then immigration will take him aside and interview him. Okay, but if you're traveling with him, then you go into the U.S. citizenship line. Joe Italia, and congratulations for your approval. I'm so happy for you and Karina. Well, thanks, Joe. We appreciate you very much. We're high five. Vanessa Robles, thank you, Sheena. Brandon Vance, Diego, this may be a stupid question. No such thing as a stupid question, Brandon. But soon I'll be going back to Morocco for the second time to see my fiance soon. Should I bring a copy of my entire visa package to give to her? Yes, you should. And what you need to do, Brandon, is make another copy for you at your house in the United States and bring her a copy of the copy. Everything. I-129F. And have your fiance study the I-129F because immigration consular officers like to ask questions from the I-129F. So make a copy of your copy, okay? Bring the copy to her and keep your copy at your house. You got it? Nick Paloma, wonderful, thanks and congratulations. I know NOA 2 still being patient with our April 29, 2022 NOA 1. Nick, you're right there at the finish line. You're almost there. Next week or so, maybe tomorrow. Well, no, tomorrow's Sunday, probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Kaiser H, Diego, can I add my 401k retirement account as an asset in the Form I-134? And what other assets do you recommend I should add as well as on Form I-134? Okay, well, the I-134 is the Declaration of Support. Yes, you can add your 401k, its value in there under assets. You add its cash value, okay? What's its cash value? And then you can include your house, if you want to. But you take you get your house appraised, go to Zillow.com, somewhere like that, get it appraised, and then minus your mortgage from, if you have a mortgage, unless you own your house outright, minus the mortgage from the value of the house, and then that's your cash value, okay? That's what you have. That's your equity. Include, if you want to include your bank checking account, your savings account, you can include that, money market, CDs. And if you use anything that's material, like if I wanted to use this computer right here, I would have to get it appraised by a certified appraiser. So yeah, Kaiser H, you can use your 401k, the cash value of it. Susie Galdames, hello Diego, sending my regards to Karina as well. Susie, Karina is watching you guys from Bogota, Colombia. We got this big flat screen TV in our bedroom, and she is watching you guys on the flat screen TV in Bogota. And I know that because I can check the analytics in the computer, and it tells me where people are watching from, which country. Doesn't say who, it just says which country. Well, I know Karina's in Colombia. Okay. S. Juarez, Diego, ¿cómo hago con el certificado? So with the certificate, the police certificate, you are Venezuelan, but you left. Okay, I'm reading this in Spanish, guys. I'm gonna translate. I'm gonna respond in English. Okay, S. Juarez, you can get a Venezuelan police certificate online on a laptop computer. Karina is from Venezuela. She went on her laptop, okay, and she got her Venezuelan police certificate but you do it in the middle of the night because Venezuela, sometimes they have electricity, sometimes they don't have electricity, okay? So you left 1 month and a year, and then you traveled as a tourist. You didn't go past 6 months. Okay, well, if you were in Venezuela as a tourist and you weren't there longer than 6 months, you don't need a police certificate. Okay, I'm reading it in Spanish, and I'm translating it. I'm responding in English. You don't need a police certificate if you were there less than 6 months. Okay, you're good. So don't worry about it. Sheena Anderson, you're welcome. Vanessa, my case was approved April 27th. Praise God. Pray. Absolutely. Rainy Zone, from the time you get your NOA2, do you think it's fair to estimate that it would take another year from your case to go to the MVC? No. And then the embassy? No. No. Rainy Zone. When you get your NOA2 letter, it's going to be 3 months for the MVC. Then it's going to take about 3 weeks for them to send it to the embassy. And then depending on which embassy you're from, which country you're in, tell me the country, and I'll give you an idea how long you're going to wait. The lady from USIS told me lots of people don't do the K1 anymore. They just get married abroad and file the I-130. Yeah, they do if they want to, but that's a nightmare. I would never recommend going through the marriage visa. The spousal visa is a nightmare. It's crazy. Don't do it. I'll never. I've been through a spousal visa. I'll never do that again. Woo! It was a terrible experience. At the MVC. Now with a K1 visa, the MVC gets the K1 visa. They look at it. They do a police check on me. They give it a case number and ship it to the embassy. That's it. But with a spousal visa, they'll get it. Then you got to upload documents to the CX system. Upload documents, upload. And if you make a mistake, there's a 3-month wait before they contact you. If you make 2 mistakes, that's a 6-month wait. If you make 3 mistakes, that's a 9-month wait. Don't do the marriage visa. Stay with the K1. Trust me, guys. I've been through both, okay? I have not ever once let you down, right? Trust me. Let me see. Brandon Gomez Nathalie. Hello, Diego. I'm still waiting for NOA2, NOA1, 19th of April, 2022. Gomez, you'll get it next week. Next week. Brandon Vance, Rainy Zone. That is something I often wonder too. I think we made the right choice though, although it may depend. Each case is different. Brandon, you're right. Okay. But here's the thing. The only time I will ever recommend a spousal visa to anybody is if you don't meet the income requirements, okay, and you're dating a Filipina, because you cannot use your assets and you cannot use your, you cannot use a joint sponsor for the Philippines if you don't meet the income requirements. So my recommendation is get married to your benefit, your fiance, and then you're covered. Then you can bring her to the United States. Then you can use a sponsor, but you got to be married. But that is the only time I will ever endorse a marriage visa is for the Philippines if you don't meet the income requirements, okay? Francois, let me see. I don't want to miss anybody. Francois Livingston, can you include a car as an asset? My car is a 2023. You can use, if you have 2 cars, you can use 1 car as an asset. If you have 1 car, you cannot use it as an asset for income, to add to your income. You got to own 2 cars, and then you pick which one you want to use. And obviously you would use the most valuable one, obviously. But you cannot use a car if you only own 1 car, okay? Immigration will not allow that. But if you own 2 cars, you make a statement, this is my 2nd car, this is the year, this is the value. And then get the blue book, get the Kelly Blue Book on it, and then put that with the visa package. But you cannot use a car if you only own 1 car. Daggy, no need to be in the visitor line. Our case considers us to be an immigrant. There you go. Do you have any idea how long the interview will take at the airport? What kind of questions they're going to ask? Okay, here's what they're going to ask you. Okay, at the interview. I've been there, done it before. The immigration officer will take you in a little room, an office, and he or she might ask you for your cell phone. Okay. Open up your password. You don't have to give the password to the immigration officer, but open up your phone so he or she can he might look at your Facebook account. I want to see your Facebook account. Okay. I want to see your Instagram account. Okay. I want to see your Twitter. What kind of messages have you been sending people? Okay. And then what he'll do is match your passport number to your K1 visa number. You got a K1 visa number. You got a passport number. You're going to check your biographic page of your passport to make sure everything's correct. He may ask you, the Border Patrol officer may ask you, Are you single? Are you single? Well, you better say yes, because you're coming to the America on a K-1 visa, and you have to be single to be on a K-1 visa. There's some people that make this big stupid mistake where they get married because they get sick and tired of waiting for their K-1 visa, and then they get their K-1 visa approved like a week later or a month later. Oh no, our K-1 visa is approved. What do we do? And then their visa's no good because they got impatient. They got sick and tired of waiting. They got impatient, and they got married, and they did not realize that if you get married during the K-1 visa process, then your visa is terminated. Then you got to file the spousal visa. Be patient during this entire process. You can do this, guys. You can do this. I've been through this 3 times. K-1 first time. And then she wanted to come back to the United States. She left, wanted to come back. I did the spousal visa. I waited. That was 1.5 years for that because of COVID. And then she changed her mind again, which is no problem. Hey, no problem to me. Boom. See you later, alligator. Enjoy your life back in your home country. Now I got beautiful Karina. Okay. So then I went through it again with Karina. I knew exactly what I was getting into. I knew exactly what I was going to do, and I knew that it was going to take a long time, but that didn't deter me. And here I am with an NOA2 letter about ready to hit my mailbox. Okay. And then I got to wait for the MVC. Been there, done that. Then I got to wait to get a schedule for a visa interview at the embassy in Bogota. Been there, done that. It's no problem. Let's see. Contain this. If USCIS has your first packet, and if USCIS MVC sends packet to Manila, why does the fiance need to make a second packet with evidence? Blah, blah, blah. Well, because you don't know what questions the embassy official is going to ask. When your fiance goes to the embassy in Manila, and then she has her medical exam at St. Luke's Hospital in Manila. And what if you got to make sure that your fiance has a packet of stuff with her that the immigration officer is going to ask for: your tax return, your tax transcript, your I-134 original, your photos, any divorce decrees. Let's see here. S. Juarez, sorry for the Spanish, Diego. No problem, señor. Es bien. Amigo, este tu pregunta, okay? No problem para mí, pero posano no entiendes. Yo traduce. No problem. Rainy Zone. I'm from Canada. Okay. So that's why I thought with Rainy Zone as your name, I thought maybe you were from England. I'm just kidding. Rainy Zone. Canada's beautiful. Okay, thanks for sharing your experience with the spousal visa. I was just told it's much faster than K-1. No, it's not faster, Rainy Zone. The spousal visa is slower than the K-1. The spousal visa is a pain in the rear. Okay, don't go that route. It's a slow process at the MVC. Now, if you make a mistake uploading documents to the MVC, guess what? You're on hold for 3 months, 2 months, 3 months. It could take a year just to get through MVC processing to get documentary qualified. Rainy Zone, we already had our wedding, just waiting to get marriage certificate legally. Okay, well, excellent. That's great, Rainy Zone. Congratulations on your marriage. We're happy for you. That's fantastic. I would send you a fridge magnet from Colombia as a wedding gift. Rainy Zone, we already had our wedding, just waiting to get marriage certificate legally. Yeah, you got to have the marriage certificate. You got to include that in your visa package. Damien Began, congratulations on your NOA2. Thank you, Damien. We got approved on May 10th. Well done. High five. Not expecting to be able to book my interview and medical until August or September. Maybe October. Maybe October. Hang in there. Kind of hoping to make the big move by the end of October. Well, let's hope so. Okay, let's hope things speed up. Remember, immigration gets faster and faster each month. Okay, it's not getting slower and slower. It's getting faster and faster. Damien, because it's my fiance's birthday on November 1st. Okay. Do you have any idea what waiting times are looking like in the London embassy in the UK? Well, the US embassy in London used to be in Grosvenor Square. Then they built a new embassy to a new location. So I'm not familiar. In Grosvenor Square back in the day, I knew what the processing times were. But now I don't know for sure exactly how long. Let me see if I have some data on that for you guys. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to take a peek and see if I got some data on the U.S. Embassy in London on the scheduling times. Okay, so let me see here. Now I don't know if that's going to be under England or the United Kingdom. Probably it's going to be under the United Kingdom. For England, Scotland, and Wales. So this is in alphabetical order. So let me take a look and see. Uganda, United Arab Emirates. Let's see what we have here. No, it's going to be under England. Let's see how long it takes. I'm thinking a couple of months, though. England's not too bad. The next page. Hold on, guys. I got Canada. England. Where are you? Well, I don't even have any data for England. The embassy's so new. It's a brand new embassy, so I don't have any data. But it should be a couple of months. It shouldn't take too long, okay? And bring an umbrella with you because it rains every day in England. Contain this. Yeah, my fiance is dying to get married. I keep telling her to wait. Just wait. Contain this. Hold off, man. Don't get married. Get through the K1 visa process. It's much easier. Less paperwork, and it's much easier. Okay, less stress. Piari Mihak. Hi, congratulations on your NOA too. Well, thanks, Piari. What's the update on date they're looking at now? Well, they're looking at May. Now, you asked me about the range system. Now, the range system is your receipt number. The first three letters are the service center, WAC, like is California, okay? And then you have a list of dates in there, which is the day of the business day that they started processing your visa. And then where you are in that line, whether you're in the 7,000 or the 8,000 or the 9,000 series. It's just a estimated when they're going to look at your visa package. But from what I've been looking at, okay, immigration's not even paying attention to the range number. Okay, so Payari, your receipt number is WAC, which means it went to California. And it's 88736. Okay, so it's 88. So it's the 88th day. It's hard for me to really explain to you because immigration is not following the order of receipt when they received your K1 visa. Okay, I was in range 7,300, but they were approving people in the 8,000 and 9,000 range before me, and I'm like, okay, I didn't get upset about it. They just weren't following their order of receipt. So to me, it's not even relevant. Don't even worry about it. When you get your NOA 2 is when you get your NOA 2. Basically, is the answer. Kaiser H. Diego, what is the validity of the medical exam from which my beneficiary has to do at our home country, and also the validity of the I-94? Okay, the arrival departure record. The medical exam is good for 6 months. Okay, it's good for 6 months from the date of the exam. That's when your K1 visa clock starts too. So if your K1 visa is put in the passport 2 weeks later or a month later after the medical exam, your clock for your K1 visa started on the date of your medical exam. So it's only good for 6 months. So your K1 visa is only good for 5 months. Now, the I-94 is your entry into the United States face-to-face, that you did a face-to-face interview with a Border Patrol officer, and it's good for 90 days. Your I-94 is good for 90 days, which means Diego recommends from past experience, if you adjust the status for your beneficiary within 90 days, if you adjust the status for the green card before the I-94 times out, and you submit a strong package, okay, you put your new wife or husband on everything that you can possibly think of, house, apartment lease, utility bills, car insurance, health insurance, join Sam's Club, join BJ's, Get her name on everything. Electric bill, water bill, gas bill. Include all that evidence in your adjustment of status, and I'm pretty sure you won't have to have a visa interview. They'll see that you're good. They'll see your relationship is real, and if you get it all done before the I-94 time's out, you'll get your green card in the mail. Contain this. Hey, Pirari minus 89,791. Good luck. Yeah, guys, don't. The range number, immigration's not even paying really much attention to it. They're just not. My K1 visa is different from your K1 visa. So mine maybe took a little longer because I had more stuff to look at. As long as you submitted a strong visa package, you didn't make any mistakes, and you included everything that's supposed to be in a K1 visa package, then you'll get your NOA2 letter. Joe Atala, when are you posting the process time of the U.S. Embassy in Lebanon? I think I made a video about that in Lebanon already, Joe. Look through the videos. I mean, I don't know if you subscribe to the channel or not. You don't have to be a subscriber, but if you have subscribed, it's easier to find the videos. And I made a video about Lebanon, and I'll check later on also. Grace, how about the K3 visa? How long does it take to hear from USCIS Nebraska? Well, this is basically all about K1 visas, and I don't really get too much into K3 visa processing times. I really don't. This is all about K1s, and USCIS Nebraska was where my first K1 visa went to. And when I did my first one in 2016, I went to Nebraska, and everything was wrapped up in 9 months from NOA1 to the embassy interview. But right now, I don't know. I'm only focusing on K1 visas and California Service Center and Texas Service Center. Nick Palermo, Diego, you skipped my question. Well, Nick, let me see. Let me see where's your question, Nick. I'm going to page up. I don't see it. What's the question, Nick? Repeat it. Go ahead and repeat it, because I don't see it, my friend. Please repeat the question. I'll answer it for you. Rainy Zone, thank you. Diego, we would love a magnet from Colombia. There you go. Now, there's no U in Colombia. Now, Colombia with a U is in South Carolina. Colombia, the country, is Colombia. No U. Did you know that Starbucks, the CEO of Starbucks, wrote a letter to the Colombian government asking them permission to open up a Starbucks franchise in Colombia? Okay. And the Colombian government received the letter, and he spelled Colombia with a U, not with an O. And the Colombian government was so insulted by that, they almost didn't approve the licensing for Starbucks to do business in Colombia because they spelled the name wrong of the country. Believe it or not, it's amazing the stuff you learn on this channel, right, guys? But Rainy Zone, I'll get you a magnet from Colombia for your fridge. I'll get you one. Send me a message in Facebook Messenger. Tell me what your address is. I'll mail you a magnet for your fridge. Nick Palermo, we wrote the wrong current address for the beneficiary. Wrote the neighbor's address. Is this something we can correct on the DS-160? Absolutely. Nick, you can correct any mistakes on your I-129F on the DS-160. No problem. That's what you do. An immigration might question it, and you say, well, I wrote the wrong address down. I transcribed this number by accident. Cinderella Cindy, sir, if we cancel approved K1 visa, how long we have to wait to apply your next K1 visa petition? Will there be any problem in doing so? Okay, if you have an approved K1 visa, okay, NOA2, and you cancel it, you decide you don't want to get married, it didn't quite work out, you have to wait 24 months from the date of your NOA2 letter before you can apply for a second K1 visa. Okay? Now remember, I'm on my second K1 visa. This is my second time around, and I got approved. My first K1 visa was dated December 2016. I went ahead and filed for my second K1 visa in April 2022, right? So 16, 17, 89, 21, 20. So 8 years almost had passed for us, for me. So I was good, but it's got to be 2 years. You got to wait 2 years. Cinderella Cindy, you got to wait 2 years before you can file again if you cancel. Nick Palermo, we also have a fridge magnet from Colombia. Very good. Now look at this. Now, I bought this in Rakira. Look at that, Rakira. Now, Rakira is the pottery capital of Colombia. All of the ceramics and the pottery of Colombia comes from Rakira. And I had picked that up there with Karina, and I brought all these souvenirs back to the United States. I got plenty of fridge magnets. I'll send out one fridge magnet. Nick Palermo, thank you, Diego. That cuts some stress. Yeah, Nick, you're good. You're fine. You know, immigration, no, you make errors. People aren't perfect. You know, I'm sure. In fact, when I filed my K1 visa, I think I put the wrong date down from my divorce decree, and I wrote down the wrong date. I put down the magistrate's date, not the judge's date. And I was like, well, okay, well, I'll fix it at the embassy interview. But they approved. They said you're good, Diego. So don't stress it, okay? Brandon Vance, Diego, you and Karina will be fairly close to me and my fiance. I live, and she will soon live in Georgia. Okay, Georgia's just north of me right here. And we plan to have a small ceremony at St. Simon's Island and would love to invite you and Karina. I'll tell you what, Brandon, if Karina is in the United States, and we have got we've jumped through all of our hoops and our paperwork is all processed, we will come gladly with a great honor to your wedding. We will be there, okay? North Georgia's just up the road. We'll jump in the car, come see you guys and celebrate your wedding, okay? And hopefully this YouTube channel has helped you get to that point. That's the goal, right? The whole goal of this channel is to answer your questions for free. So you don't have to pay an immigration attorney $3,000, $4,000, whatever, right? That's the goal. And it's the stress-free, calm, relaxed, positive channel. Everything on your channel is positive. You will get your visa. You will do this. You will be successful. You will be successful. And negativity, you know, sometimes people get down in the dumps, and that's normal human behavior to be sad some days because you're tired of waiting. And I understand that. But try to understand this. You're going to get your visa. Whether you're happy or whether you're sad is up to you. If it's taking a long time or a short time, that's out of your hands. That's in the hands of USCIS. But are you going to get your visa? Yeah, you're going to get your visa if you qualify for the benefit. Okay? If you don't qualify for the benefit, you know, the number one reason why people get an RFE is because they haven't met each other in person within 2 years, which is required by immigration. And then they'll submit their K1 visa package, and they haven't met each other within 2 years. And then they get an RFE. Immigration will give you a benefit of the doubt. When did you last meet each other? 3 years ago. Guess what? Visa's denied, right? Right? Qualify for the benefit before you submit it. Don't submit it, then try to qualify. Be qualified first. Janet Smith, thanks, Diego, for the information. Not a problem. Janet, I'm here for you guys. And Karina is here for you, too. She's watching you from Colombia, from our apartment in Bogota, way up in the Andes Mountains. Joe Italia, yes, you did one for the Lebanon, for the U.S. Embassy in Lebanon. Okay. I watched all your videos. Can you please do the new video like all the embassies in the world for the processing time? Oh, gotcha, Joe. Okay. Let me, I'm going to write down here, Lebanon, okay? I'll do an updated one for you guys for Lebanon. Great. Rainy Zone. Oh, haha, my fiance lived by Columbia, Tennessee. There you go. That's why I spelled it that way. That was a good story, though. Yeah, Columbia is spelled with an O. And if you go to Colombia on vacation, I hope you guys get a chance one day to do it. You'll see T-shirts in Colombia in English. It's Colombia, not Colombia. And bull caps too. It's Colombia, no you. When you arrive at the airport in Bogota, El Dorado, there's bull caps with the Colombian flag. It's Colombia with no you. They're really strict. The Colombian government, okay, is very, very, very touchy about how you spell the name of their country. Starbucks almost lost a contract to set up shop in their country because they misspelled the name. That's true story. And I had to go eat. Now McDonald's didn't. They spelled everything correctly. So they set up their shop. McDonald's they're all over Colombia. So I went to eat at the very first McDonald's that were ever opened in Colombia, and it's in the Andina Centro Comercial de Andina, which is the Mall of Andina in northern Bogota. This is the very first McDonald's opened. Now, I plan on going to the very first McDonald's that ever opened in the United States. I think it was in California, but I'll bring Karina there. But I ate at the first McDonald's that ever opened in Colombia. So it was good too. And the meat was a little different, but the French fries taste exactly like American. So there you go. Joe Italia, thank you. Thank you. You're the best. I'm here for you, Joe. We're going to pull you over the finish line, okay? We're going to get you through this. Kaiser H. Will my beneficiary have to schedule the medical exam before her embassy interview first or vice versa? Well, here's the thing. Your mission is to get the visa interview scheduled at the embassy, okay? You want to get in there. And then you can get your medical exam scheduled. But if the medical exams are hard to get, it depends on who's easiest to get. Like in Colombia, it's hard to get a medical exam because the doctors are so busy. So it may be quick for me to schedule the visa interview before the medical exam. It depends. Try to get them both done at the same time. Schedule the visa interview. Okay, the visa interview is on this day. And then schedule the medical exam and try to schedule that 2 weeks before the visa interview, just in case the doctor needs follow-up stuff that you have to bring to the embassy. Kaiser, Diego, will my beneficiary have to schedule? Okay, I answered that one. Daggy, some apartments, banks, or utility companies require social security number. So what documents should we include in I-485? Yeah, that's the adjustment of status, other than wedding pictures and certificates, vacation pictures. Put them on, get on the lease to the apartment, get on the house deed, the title to the car, get it, here in Florida, all I got to do is call my trash company up and say, I want to put my wife's name on the trash bill. Okay, what, Karina? Boom. I want to put her on the power bill. They don't ask for her social security number. They just ask for her name. I'm the benefit. I'm responsible for the electric bill. I'm just putting Karina's name on there as a tag. I'm still responsible for it. The only time you need a social security number is for opening up a bank account and getting a driver's license. Those two things right there. And if you want to file your taxes together and you haven't got a social security number yet, what you do is you fill out the 1040, okay? You put on the 1040 your name and then your wife's name. And then where it says social security number, you put applied for. And then you fill out a W-7 form. You go to the irs.gov website. You fill out a W-7, okay? You attach that to your 1040 and your 1099 or W-2s. And then you get in your car and you drive to the nearest IRS office. For me, it's in Pensacola. I will drive to the IRS office on 9th Street with my W-7, my 1040, and my 1099s, Karina next to me, and I will file my taxes in person at the IRS office on 9th Street in Pensacola. They will then assign me an ITN number, which is a temporary social security number for Karina, because we're going to be waiting for her green card, and we're going to be waiting for a social security number. But I still got to file my taxes, and we're married, so legally she has to be on my tax return. I can't file single because I'm not. I'm married. So I will have to fill out a W-7 the 1040, W-2s, 1099s, go to the IRS face-to-face and file my taxes in person. Problem solved. Boom. So Daggy, you got to find stuff that you can get your beneficiary's name on. Okay. Banks will be hard. Now some apartments require social security number. That's true. But you're responsible for the apartment or the house. You're just putting you're just putting her name on there as a person that lives with you. Okay. Get your landlord to write a letter, an affidavit, saying that, my wife, Daggy just got married and blah, 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 and they live together at this address, arrived in the United States on this day, etc. Okay? Brandon, what are some things you and Karina are most excited about doing together in the USA? My fiance and I would really like to travel the country by RV or even just plane, just to see everything together. Well, what we want to do, Brandon, is as soon as we get married, we're going to probably fly from Pensacola to Los Angeles, and then I'll get off the plane, spend probably 4 days in Los Angeles. I want to show her the Hollywood sign. I like the movie Columbo, Lieutenant Columbo, the detective. I don't know if you've ever heard of Lieutenant Columbo, but I want to take Karina to where he used to live, to his star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I'll take her to his gravesite in Hollywood. There's an apartment complex in Hollywood where they filmed the movie Pretty Woman. I don't know if you've ever heard of the movie Pretty Woman, but there's a movie with Richard Gere. I'm going to take her there to show where they filmed the movie. I'm going to go take her to Venice Beach, Muscle Beach. I used to be a bodybuilder back in the day when I was young and handsome. And so I was into bodybuilding. So I'll bring her there. We're going to explore Hollywood and LA. And then we're going to jump in on a bus, Greyhound bus, and go to Las Vegas and spend a couple of days in Las Vegas and explore there. And then we'll catch a plane from Las Vegas back to Taunton, Florida. Let me see. Cinderella Cindy. Joe Atala. I'm planning to give away donuts when we get approved. Okay, donuts. There you go. That's a great idea. Cinderella Cindy. Thank you, Diego, sir, for your valuable information. It saves a lot of time browsing this information. May God bless you and your relationship with your beautiful Karina. Karina and I thank you. We're together for eternity, and we appreciate those kind words. And like I got my NOA2 letter, it's on the way, right? It's the Postal Service have it in their hand somewhere, and we're still making videos for you guys. We didn't abandon you. And I'm going to keep making videos, like the one here on Lebanon. I'm going to do a video update Lebanon. Let's see. Damien, don't worry. I live in Scotland, so I'm well prepared for the rain in London. Okay, Scotland is beautiful. I've never been to Scotland. I've been to Wales. I've been to England, but I've never been to Scotland, and I've never been to Ireland. I have more umbrellas than I know what to do with. Quick question. What about the transfer time from USCIS to NVC? 3 months. When you get the NOA2, Damien, it's going to take about 3 months for NVC to get it. And thanks for watching us from beautiful Bonnie, Scotland. Damien, a lot of people seem to be bombarding them with email inquiries for their case number. It's crazy. Immigration need time to process case numbers, not answer emails. Where's my case number? You will get your case number when it's ready, right? When it's ready, they'll send it to you. So in my opinion, in my humble opinion, and my past experience, don't keep asking them. Quit tying up their computers with questions. Just wait. You're at the bus stop, okay? You get on the bus, and it went to the lockbox. You get on the bus again, and it went to the service center in California. And now you're at the bus stop waiting for it to go to the NVC. Then you're going to sit at the bus stop to wait for it to go to the embassy. Then you're going to get off the bus at the embassy and wait for the visa interview and the medical appointment. Then what? Then you get your visa and your passport, and you're on an airplane flying to the United States. Benny Yao is in the house. Benny Yao, if I remember, you're in California, if I remember. Hi, Diego. I'm heading to see my beneficiary next Saturday. Fantastic. For 3 weeks. If my NOA2 is approved before Saturday, what documents should I take with me? Make a copy of the NOA2, Benny Yao. Make a copy of your tax transcripts, your tax returns, your 1040s, your 1099s, your W2s. Bring a copy of the I-129F. If you have more photos together, everything. A copy of the visa package. Bring it with you on your trip. And keep all your boarding passes and keep all your receipts from your trip, because you're going to need that for the embassy interview and for your adjustment of status. Okay, Benny Yao, you're going to be having a great time. 3 weeks is fantastic. Brandon, yes, I've heard of Colombo. Yes, Pretty Woman too. That sounds so wonderful. You're still handsome, my brother. Oh, thank you. I'm getting there. I'm getting old, brother. Karina, agree. I do some bodybuilding too. I'm thankful for this community. Yeah, I was a bodybuilder from the age of about 14. It was a little hard to be a bodybuilder at 14, but I started to really kick in when I was 18, and then I retired from bodybuilding when I was 35. My body said, time to retire, so I did. Rainy Zone, does Karina come to visit you in the States, Diego? No, she's never been to the United States. Trying to get a B2 visa in Colombia takes about a year and a half. So I go there. I can get on a plane and fly to Colombia and be there in about 6 or 8 hours. So no, she's never been to the United States. I used to visit my husband in the States, but unfortunately I was denied entry at the border last time I tried, so I can't even visit while we wait. Rainy Zone, why were you denied entry at the border into the United States? Why? That's crazy. Did your visa expire or something? Maybe you had an expired visa. I don't know. Or maybe because you're in a visa, you're in the middle of a visa process. Maybe they didn't want to let you in. I'm sorry to hear that happen. Makes me feel bad for you. You know, America is supposed to be a welcoming country, right? And it normally is. And then on this Friday, what's today? Saturday. Next Friday, I got a meeting with my congressman. My congressman is actually a friend of mine too. So we're friends. And so I want to go have a face-to-face meeting with him and get him to do an interview on my phone, make a video for you guys with my congressman about the immigration process. He's a good guy, and he supports legal immigration. So no, Rainy Zone, Karina has never been to the United States of America, and quite honestly, I would rather she not enter the United States until I go get her and bring her in. I'll go bring her here and bring her through immigration and all that jazz. It's not fun going through an immigration checkpoint at the United States. Brandon, would you recommend getting a tourist visa while waiting? We thought about getting it, but I'm afraid to jeopardize the K1. Brandon, getting a tourist visa won't jeopardize your K1 visa, okay? Here's the questions. You go in front of the visa officer at the embassy, your beneficiary. The immigration officer is going to ask your beneficiary, your fiance, have you ever been denied a visa before? No. Are you in any visa? Are you undergoing any visa process right now? Yeah, I'm in a K1 visa process. I'm going to get my fiance. We're going to get married soon. Okay. And then the immigration officer will decide whether to issue the visa or not. Okay, the tourist visa. And then you might, if you get through that part of it, then you might get hit with the same questions by the Border Patrol. Oh, the computer says you're in a K1 visa process. Why are you coming to the United States? You coming here to get married? Your visa hasn't been adjudicated yet. Why are you here? And you could get that question. So to me, in my humble opinion, I would not even bother trying to get a tourist visa to come here. Just wait till the K1 visa adjudicates, and you, Mr. Sponsor, Miss Sponsor, you go to your beneficiary's home country. The American passport is much stronger than a Venezuelan passport or a Colombian passport or a Argentinian passport. So, Brandon, my advice is don't waste your time on a tourist visa. Chopper Harley, hey, Chopper Harley. Diego, I will fly to Cambodia to pick up my future wife. It is 20 hours of flying to the USA. Woo! Chopper Harley, but high five to you. You can do that, Chopper Harley. Yeah, I'm going to bring Karina, my fiance, to the United States also. Okay? Karina, I'll probably stay in Florida until we get a month out from the MVC processing. And then I'm going to fly to Colombia, and then another month will pass. I'll do the live stream from Bogota, make videos for you guys, and then hopefully get the visa interview scheduled and everything, medical exam scheduled while I'm in Colombia. And if my visa runs out, then I'll extend my visa 3 more months. Tess and Rocco. Hello, Diego and lovely Karina. Thank you for the live stream and good morning here from the Philippines. Our case received was July 7th, 2022. Kamusta ka, Tess and Rocco? Kamusta ka? In the beautiful Philippines. Which part of the Philippines are you watching us from? Are you in Cebu, Dumaguete? Where are you at? Janiela James. Hey, Diego. With the passport size pics, should we bring them with our name written on the back to the interview? Yes, in pencil. Write your full name in pencil on the back of the passport photos. So that way, if immigration get them confused or draw or something, they'll know who they are, the people are. And put the pictures in a Ziploc bag. So you get your passport photos, write your name on the back, full name in pencil, put them in a Ziploc bag. Janiela James. Yeah, Janiela, yeah. Go ahead and do that. In pencil, not in pen. Daggy, I'll try to ask the landlord to write a letter. No, Daggy, don't try. Do. There's no try. You will ask your landlord to write a letter. Please write a letter. Dear Mr. Landlord, immigration requires a letter from you to identify that my now future husband, wife, whoever, now lives with me at this address since this day. It's a requirement from immigration. You don't ask, you tell. You tell your landlord, I need a letter for immigration, okay? And they'll write it for you. I know for a fact that they required my social security number in my community. Yeah, but that's for you because your responsibility is for the apartment, okay? You're responsible for it, but you can put your beneficiary's name on the tail end. Okay, you can. You're still responsible. Whether your beneficiary's name is on there or not, you are still responsible for paying the bills. But you got to prove residency, that you live together. Kaiser, Diego, what is the approximate cost in US dollars for the medical exam, which my beneficiary has to do in a home country? And what are the requirements? Well, the requirements for the medical exam are non-intrusive. It's just look in the ears, look in the nose, the throat, chest x-ray, blood test, and that's about it. And it's non-intrusive. The cost depends on the doctor. There's 160 plus countries in the world. We got over 160 embassies and consulates around the world. And every embassy and every doctor charges their fee. You know, in Colombia, I think it's like about $100. In Nigeria, it could be $50. In Ghana, it could be $70. In the Philippines, it could be $200. It depends on the doctor. Okay. So what I recommend you do is find out which civil surgeon can do the medical exam, and then call the doctor or have your beneficiary call him up and say, hey, how much does it cost? Then you can plan for your medical exam. Tess and Rocco from Angeles City, Pampanga. Our case received July 7th, 2022. Hopefully it's approved soon. I cannot wait. Are together forever. Okay, in Los Angeles City, Pampanga. Very, very beautiful part of the Philippines. So you got to remember, you got to get from Angeles City to Manila for the embassy interview, okay? And for the medical exam. Benny Yao, Diego, if I make over 100,000 from my main job, should I just provide my beneficiary with the W-2 of that main job? Yeah. No. Your side gigs are not necessary. But here's the thing, okay? Listen to me, Benny Yao. Immigration is going to look at your 1040 or your tax transcript. Your 1040 tax transcript is going to be a total income on there, okay? The total amount of money that you made for the year will be on your tax transcript and your 1040 on line 9 or line 10. That number has got to match the W-2s and the 1099s, okay? So yes, you must include all your side gig jobs, W-2s. Any small side gigs you did on the side, if you have a W-2 for that side gig, you must include it with the 1040. Because if you don't, the number on the 1040, your W, and the number on your tax transcript will not match that single W-2. If you have a W-2 that says you made $100,000 and your 1040 says you made $102,000 or $120,000, there's a disparity right there. And immigration will not accept that tax transcript. You're going to get an RFE or a 221G administrative hold. You must include every single W-2, 1099, and 1040 and tax transcript. And the number on your 1040 must match. So you get the immigration officer is going to get one of these, and he's going to add up the amounts of your W-2s, and it has to match the 1040. If you provide the W-2 and the 1040, and it's off $5,000, the immigration officer is going to put an RFE hold on your visa application because he wants to know what's this other $5,000. You got it, Benny? Yeah, you got it. Include all W-2s. Daggy, you didn't answer my second question. So if I don't send any utility as a support document, will they approve the I-485? It depends. It depends on the immigration officer. The immigration officer makes that decision. You need to get your beneficiary on utility bills, the gas bill, the water bill, the electric bill, the newspaper, okay? Whatever you can do. Health insurance, life insurance, medical insurance. And you have to show a connection to your beneficiary at your residency, okay? The more stuff you provide, the better. Janiela James, can we prove residency by just adding them to the utility bill, even if we don't submit a title or lease? Yeah. You just basically, when you adjust status, you're basically trying to prove that you guys live together, and that it's a real relationship. Okay, that's all they want to see. Rainy zone, yes, they said because I had a pending application, they didn't let me cross the border. You got a pending application. They explained immigrant intent to me. Okay, yeah, that's okay. No, I understand why they didn't deny you. They didn't deny you. They just temporarily put you on hold because you're in an immigrant process. So you're good. It didn't hurt your immigration case at all. Rainy zone, I guess anytime you visit the States while you have a pending application, it's up to the border officials if they want to let you in. You are absolutely 100% correct. Tina, hi Diego, how do we provide residency or proof of residency? Name on our utility bill, electric bill, water bill, gas bill, phone bill. Get a credit card in his or her name. A credit card. Put even if you don't have a social security number for your beneficiary yet, you can still get them a credit card with their name on it. You, Mr. Sponsor, Miss Sponsor, are responsible for the credit card bill, and your beneficiary has a credit card with her name on it, and her name is on the credit card statements showing your address, right? On the credit card statement. That's proof of residency right there. Do you need a social security number to get a credit card in the United States if you're married to an American citizen? No, you add the person as a secondary user. Oh, okay, but you got to make sure that you put the name on the credit card as your name. Like Karina's going to take my last name. Put it on the title to your car, the lease to your apartment. Get her a CVS card. Get bills coming to your house. Have your friends write letters to your beneficiary. Hey, welcome to the United States. We're glad you're here. Address her name and address to where you live in the United States. Get your friends to write letters to your address where you live, to her or to him. Congratulations on your arrival to the United States. You'll have a letter. You'll have an address on the envelope proving that this letter came to this address. That's proof of residency right there. Sheena, Dubai medical exams are $300. Woo! That's expensive for a medical exam in Dubai. Contain this. Can I use only my taxes, transcript, or my signed taxes return for 3 years? Here's what I recommend. Your 1040s, your W-2s, your 1099s, and your tax transcripts for 3 years. Bring them all to the visa interview at the embassy. More than likely, the K1, more than likely, the consular officer will only ask for your last year's tax return and tax transcript. I don't know which one they're going to ask for. So have both. Have both. The consular officer might, I need your tax transcript. Okay, here you go. The consular officer may say, I need your 1099 or your 1040. Okay, here it is. Okay, and bring 3 years worth. Every consular officer has different rules. They run their own little show. Okay, it's their carnival. Contain this. If I send my tax returns, I do not see why I need my 1099s. Well, your 1099s, there's a number on your 1099. My retirement from the Navy is a 1099. There's a number on there. That number has to match your tax return. Immigration will match them up. The 1099 will match to the 1040 or the tax transcript or both. You got to put them together. It's like immigration. I mean, I could make up my own 1040 and say I made $1 million this year. But if I don't have a W-2 or a 1099 to back it up, the 1040 is worthless. Let me see here. Can I use contain this? Can I use only my tax transcript or my signed tax return? Get both of them. Contain this. Transcripts, 1040s. You don't know what the immigration officer is going to ask for. You don't know. Could ask for both. Could ask for this or that. Furious Ram. Do we need the co-sponsors 1040, 1099s for the 2022 year? Yes, you do. Yep. You need the exact copy. The co-sponsor has to provide the exact same thing as you, the sponsor, plus an I-134 signed by the co-sponsor. Janiela James, so we don't need the 1-year tax statements, right? Because that's a lot of paper. Get the tax transcripts and your 1040s. The 1040s, not all the paperwork. No, you don't need all that. No. Benny Yao, I'm a little confused. I don't remember providing proof of income as part of the I-129F package. I was under the impression we provide the proof of income after the NOA-2 gets approved. That's exactly right, Benny Yao. You do not have to include proof of income with the K1 visa package. But I did. I wanted my visa package to be 100%, 120% guaranteed approval. So immigration can see, okay, Diego's income is good. This is good. Police certificates are good. This is good. This is good. This is good. Boom, no issues. But you do not have to include the financial information with your K1 visa package. But you do have to provide it at the embassy interview, okay? You absolutely have to provide it at the embassy interview. So don't be confused, Benny Yao. Be unconfused. You did exactly the right thing, not including it. But I made the decision to include it in my visa package because I wanted to make sure immigration had no doubt in their mind I was good to go. Because remember, I was on my second K1 visa package too. So I made mine even more stronger. Brandon Vance, thank you for your service, Brother Diego. Brandon, Brother Brandon, thank you for your service. Thank you for that. Janiela James, I mean the bank statements, Diego, for 1 year, because that's a lot of paper. You need 1 year worth of bank statements. It's 12 pages. I've got 2 years worth of bank statements back there in the bedroom. I've just been collecting them every month. I set it on my dresser for 2 years. But when I get down to the visa interview, when I have a visa interview scheduled in Bogota, I'm going to take the top 12 off the top. 1, 2, 3, 11, 12. And I'm bringing them to Colombia. But anyway, I get my bank statements on my phone. So if I'm missing one, I can still get it from my phone. Boom. Benny Yao, super chat. Thank you, Benny Yao. I appreciate that very much, Benny Yao. Thank you. You are a patriot. Thank you so much, Benny Yao. Let me see. Yeah, bring the 12 bank statements or get your bank to write a letter go to your bank and say, I need a letter. I made a video about it. I made a video on how to get a bank letter from your bank so you don't have to bring 12 a stack of bank statements to the visa interview. The bank officer can write a letter and say, this is how much you made in a year, and this is when you opened your bank account, and this is what your monthly deposits are. You can do that too. That's one letter instead of bank statements. But I don't feel like going to my bank officer and having him write a letter. It could take him a week to do it. I just take my bank statements in there and highlight where my direct deposits are. Boom, 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 boom. Benny Yao, I'll thank you again for that super chat, Benny Yao. I want to take Karina out to eat, okay, at her favorite restaurant in Bogota. And my favorite restaurant in Bogota is Viva la Pizza. The pizza there is just like American pizza, or it's just like Italian pizza, actually. I lived in Italy for 6 years. I got used to Italian pizza, and I want to take Karina to eat at Viva la Pizza in Bogota. Benny Yao, thank you so much. Brandon, so sponsors have to provide a police certificate? No, sponsors do not have to go to the visa interview. They don't have to provide police certificates. All they got to do is provide proof of income. Tax transcript, 1040s, W-2s, 1099s, and they have to fill out and sign a declaration of financial support, the I-134. Okay, that's all they got to do. No police certificates. No, they don't have to be at the visa interview. The immigration just want to see the bottom line dollars for the sponsor. Jenny Brielle. Are you going to attend the visa interview with Karina? I will be there, right next to her. I'm going to stand right next to her and listen to what the questions are. And then I'll make a video about it for you guys. Brandon, so sponsors have to provide no police certificate. No, Brandon, no police certificates. Yes, Jenny Brielle, I will be at the K1 visa interview with Karina. She'll be right here in front of the scary interview officer, and I'll be standing right here listening. Kaiser, Diego, once my case is ready at the U.S. Embassy at the home country of my beneficiary, then what will be the next step? Okay, well, once you get the ready status, then you go into the SEAC account. You're going to have a letter from immigration, and it's going to say create an account in the SEAC, which is the Consular Electronic Application Center, the State Department's website. And you go into the SEAC account, you'll create a password, and then you're going to find your beneficiary's country, and you're going to click on her country, and then you're going to start processing the visa interview. You're going to pay the visa fee. You're going to make sure she can, or you can help her fill out the DS-160. And the DS-160 will be for everybody, K1, K2, okay? If you're bringing 5 people to the United States, you're going to fill out 5 DS-160s, and you're going to pay 5 visa fees. Janiela James, so if I provide my bank statements, that means I don't need to show them my current balance. You're going to put your current balance on your declaration of financial support, I-134. Yes, you will show your current balance in your checking and savings account on your declaration of financial support. The immigration officer may not even ask for the bank statements, but you need to bring them in case, just in case. But you will include the bank statements in the adjustment of status. They will be required for that. Damien. A little off topic, but this just occurred to me. When you mentioned Karina taking your surname after you're married, my fiance doesn't want to take my surname because she as a therapist using her maiden name. Do you reckon this will complicate things when you come to file adjustment of status? It won't complicate anything, but honestly, she really needs to take your last name because it will strengthen your K1 visa case. It will help when she goes to become an American citizen at naturalization, the naturalization paperwork. Okay. Sheena Anderson. Super chat. Thank you, Sheena. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Benny Yao and Sheena. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you. And Daggy says I skipped her question again. Oh, Daggy, which question did I skip? Let me see. Can you please provide me with the IRS number to ask for the tax transcript? Daggy, absolutely. I can give you the tax number to the phone number to the IRS. Do you have a pen, Daggy? Please tell me you have your pen. Do you have your pen ready? Daggy. Okay, here it is. This is the phone number to the IRS. Call this number, guys, and you can get your tax transcripts in about a week. And the phone number, Daggy, do you have a pen? Okay, Daggy. It's 800 829 1040. 800 829 1040. 800-829-1040. Okay, guys? If you call that number, you'll get the IRS. They're going to ask you, what do you want? Well, I want my tax transcripts. Press this number. Well, what year tax transcript do you want? I want 2022. So you type in 2022. They're going to ask you for your social security number. Punch it in. Boom. Within a week, you'll have your tax transcript in your mailbox. It's easy, guys. It's easy peasy. Sheena, thank you, and Benny Yao for the tax transcripts. Daggy, I just answered your question. No tears. Kaiser, Diego, is the visa fee still US dollars or has there been an increase? Okay, visa fees have increased at all embassies around the world. I don't know how much it is. It's gone up in price though. I don't know if it's $265 or I don't know. I'm not going to make a video on visa prices until later, until everything is washed out and everybody know and I'm fully 100% sure of the price. Okay. Benny Yao, what do you think would justify a few cases from December 2021, January, February, still pending? Maybe some RFEs is the case, considering adjudicated only if it is either approved or denied. Yeah, the ones back in December, January, February, March, there's a very few. These visas require more investigation. So in the visa package, it could be, there could be criminal records they're looking at. I'm not saying you guys have criminal records, but there could be a criminal record in there that they're looking into. There's waivers. There's somebody with a criminal record. They got a waiver for the criminal record. They got their court documents. So immigration's calling the courthouse. They could be, doing an in-depth investigation on these visa packages. It takes time. Now, my K-1 visa package took a lot of investigating. Okay, there's no criminal record, obviously, but I was on my second K-1 visa. So I made the job of the immigration officer so easy. I provided all the phone numbers. I provided copies of the NOA-1 letter, the NOA-2 letter from my 2016 K-1 visa. I provided the I-797 forms, approvals for my spousal visa. I gave them everything. I gave them the phone number to my attorney in the country where she lives in, who processed the case, the divorce for me, everything. So I made their job so easy that my visa got approved quicker than if I hadn't have done that. If I hadn't included all that information, my visa will probably be still hanging out there right now under investigation. But I gave them all the answers to the questions because I knew what questions they were going to ask before I submitted the package. When you submit a K-1 visa package, you can't be lazy. You gotta be fortuitous. You gotta be thinking like an immigration officer. Okay. But that's why you watch the videos. You watch the videos. You're going to learn how to do this. And I saved you what, $4,000 in attorney fees and a headache. And if you watch the videos closely and you process the visa the way I say to do it, good chance you won't even get an RFE. You'll get straight approval. Bam, bam, bam. Let's see. So that's the reason, Benny, yeah? They're investigating those visa packages. Daggy, thank you so much. Do you think the 2022 transcript will be ready? I'm going to ask for my 2022 tax transcript on June 15th. It's June 3rd right now. I'm going to ask the middle of June. I'm going to ask for it again. When I do my live stream with you guys, I'll tell you whether I got it or not, so you'll know whether to submit it for you or not. And today I called a company in Pensacola about the Social Security number. You know, when Karina gets to the United States, we're going to get married. Then I'm going to file my taxes. But she won't have a Social Security number. So what do we do? Well, I found out for you guys that you have to file a W-7 with your with your 1040 face-to-face at the IRS office. And then they will create an ITN number for your beneficiary. Then you can file your taxes on a joint return, married filing jointly. Andrew Bryan, I got my NOA2 letter on April 6th, 2023. Waiting for the MVC. Do you think we'll hear something by the middle part of this month? No. You will, Andrew, you will hear from the MVC, I would say, at the end of July, first week of August. End of July, first week of August. Brandon, we appreciate you two, Brother Diego and Sister Karina. Brandon, I appreciate you guys too. I've been talking for an hour and 31 minutes. Benny Yao and Sheena Anderson, thank you for the super chats. I appreciate you guys for that. Karina, thanks you also. And we will celebrate your K1 visa success at our favorite restaurant in Bogota when I get back to Colombia with Karina. I'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. tomorrow. I'll be back for more K1 visa questions and answers. And real quick, Janiela, do they need a copy of passport size pics and birth certificate from both the sponsor, the beneficiary at the interview? Yes, absolutely they do. With that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Hang in there. You're going to get your visas, okay? Just be patient.